As you move through the years, there is a quiet transformation happening inside your body, one that most people never talk about until the aches begin to whisper their warnings. Have you ever noticed that your legs feel heavier than they used to, or that your knees seem to protest a little more with each step? Maybe you wake up in the morning and it takes a few moments before your joints will loosen and allow you to move freely. If these feelings sound familiar, you are not alone. This is the silent story of aging joints. And for millions of Americans over the age of 45, it is a reality that can change the way you live, the way you move, and even the way you think about growing older. With every passing decade, your body's ability to rebuild the structures that support you, your bones, cartilage, ligaments, and tendons, begins to slow. One of the most important players in this silent drama is collagen, a protein that acts like the scaffolding for your entire body. Collagen weaves itself through your joints, providing strength and resilience, giving your knees the spring to climb stairs, and your ankles the flexibility to balance on uneven ground. Yet by the time you reach 65, your body produces less than half the collagen it once did. Every stride becomes a little more taxing, every movement just a bit less sure. But here's what most people do not realize. The pain and swelling that seem to sneak up as you age are not just a fact of life, they are the result of a slow depletion of collagen that you can do something about. Recent research has shown that specific foods, when chosen with care, can help replenish the collagen in your joints. In fact, a simple shift in your diet can lead to measurable improvements in swelling, joint mobility, and comfort in as little as 8 weeks. Many older adults are surprised to learn that the solution is not just in medication or supplements, but in the choices you make at every meal. Imagine waking up with less stiffness, being able to walk farther, or playing with your grandchildren without that familiar ache, reminding you of your age. The science now tells us that it is possible. It is not about reversing time or making empty promises, but about understanding what your body needs at this stage in life and giving it the tools to repair and thrive. The real question is, have you ever truly looked at what you put on your plate each day and wondered if it could be the key to moving with freedom again? Every story of healthy aging starts with knowledge. Today, we begin by pulling back the curtain on why joints become swollen and painful, and what you can do to turn the tide. Over the next chapters, I will walk you through the most effective collagen-rich foods that American seniors are missing from their diets. I will show you how science, tradition, and real-life experience all come together to offer hope no matter your age or how long you have struggled. Because it is never too late to give your body the support it has quietly asked for all these years. Let's take a closer look at something most people overlook: the foods right in your kitchen that quietly help rebuild the very joints you depend on every day. If you have ever dismissed the idea that what you eat could truly make a difference in your knees, your hips, or the swelling that lingers after a long walk, let me ask you this. When was the last time you thought of an egg yolk or a handful of pumpkin seeds as anything more than breakfast or a snack? Yet, for someone in their 50s, 60s, or 70s, these simple foods are not just fuel. They are the silent helpers your body relies on to repair what time has worn away. Egg yolks, so often left behind in pursuit of lower cholesterol, hold a quiet power that few appreciate. Within that golden center lies biotin, sulfur, and vitamin D, critical for the body's own collagen production. Picture your joints as an old leather belt. Over time, it cracks and loses flexibility. Without the right nutrients, your body's collagen too becomes brittle and thin. The sulfur in egg yolks is like the conditioner that keeps the belt strong and supple, preventing the tiny tears and leaks that cause swelling and pain. It is not just a matter of protein or fat. It is the cofactors in whole eggs that spark your body's natural ability to renew itself. Studies show that older adults who regularly include whole eggs in their breakfast see real improvements in joint pain and stiffness. The difference is not dramatic overnight, but for those willing to be patient, the reward is the slow return of comfort and ease. Pumpkin seeds are another example of a humble food with outsized impact. They are loaded with minerals like manganese, zinc, and magnesium each, playing a unique role in building and repairing collagen. Imagine these minerals as the construction crew that comes in to patch up the potholes in the road. Without them, your joints stay rough and inflamed, making every step a reminder of what's missing. When you soak or dry roast pumpkin seeds and sprinkle them onto your meals, you are quietly giving your body the building blocks it needs to mend cartilage, reduce swelling, and restore some of that spring to your step. Older adults who make pumpkin seeds a daily habit see measurable changes in swelling and flexibility. The science is there, but what matters most is how you feel when you get out of bed in the morning or take a walk around the block. Small choices, repeated daily, become the foundation for bigger changes in your health and mobility. It is not about chasing superfoods or expensive supplements. It is about seeing the value in what is already at your fingertips and knowing that every bite can move you closer to the life you want to live. As you move forward, do not underestimate the power of these everyday foods. They may seem unremarkable, but over weeks and months, they can become the reason you are able to get down on the floor with your grandkids, stand in the kitchen to cook your favorite meal, or walk with confidence instead of worry. The journey to healthier joints does not begin with a pill or a doctor's appointment. It begins at your breakfast table and in your grocery cart. If you have ever wondered whether the small things really matter, let these foods be your quiet answer. Now let's open the door to a part of the kitchen that many Americans have ignored or even thrown away for decades. I am talking about the bones and skins, the parts of chicken, fish, and even beef that our grandparents used with care, but modern diets often discard. Have you ever wondered why older generations seem to keep moving, working, and gardening deep into their golden years, while so many today struggle with joint pain and swelling before they retire? The answer, in part, is hidden in the foods that built their bodies strong from the inside out. Chicken skin, for example, is a natural source of the very collagen your joints need most. It is the same type of collagen that gives structure to your ligaments, cartilage, and connective tissues. Instead of peeling it off or choosing boneless, skinless cuts every time, consider what you might be missing. When cooked, gently baked, roasted, or simmered in broth chicken, skin delivers a form of collagen that your body recognizes and uses with remarkable efficiency. For those in their late 50s or beyond, including this humble food in your meals can help restore the comfort and mobility that swelling and stiffness have quietly stolen. The difference does not happen in a day, but over weeks, the benefits can become impossible to ignore. Sardines and canned salmon, with their soft, edible bones, offer another gift that is often overlooked. Within those delicate bones lies a treasure of collagen, calcium, and essential minerals. When you mash sardines onto toast or stir bone-in salmon into a salad, you are not just enjoying an old-fashioned meal, you are sending your joints a message of support. Research has shown that older adults who regularly consume these foods report less joint pain, improved flexibility, and even a reduction in visible swelling. The unique combination of omega-3 fatty acids, collagen peptides, and minerals creates a powerful blend that helps soothe inflammation while supporting the slow repair of worn-out tissues. If you have ever shied away from these foods because of texture or flavor, you are not alone. But consider this. Every culture that has prized longevity has made use of bones, skins, and connective tissue. It is a tradition rooted not only in thrift but in wisdom. As Americans rediscover these foods, more and more people are finding that the time-honored dishes, stews, broths, and slow-cooked meats offer more than just comfort. They bring genuine relief and restore what years of processed eating have taken away. There is also something deeply grounding about preparing and enjoying these foods. Slow cooking bones for broth fills the home with a scent that feels like care. Sitting down to a meal that includes all parts of the animal honors not just the past, but your own body's need for complete nourishment. If you have ever felt like you are running on empty or missing some essential piece of the puzzle, these foods may be your answer. Every spoonful of broth, every bite of chicken skin, is a quiet act of healing. You might ask yourself, is it really worth the effort to bring these old-fashioned foods back to the table? If you are tired of waking up stiff, if you wish for lighter legs and more joyful movement, the answer is yes. What was once seen as humble or even undesirable is now recognized by science as some of the best medicine for aging joints. The path to comfort may begin with simply embracing what generations before us always knew every part has a purpose. And nothing should go to waste when it comes to your health. If there is a single tradition that has quietly supported healthy joints across the generations, it is the simmering pot of bone broth. In kitchens from New England to California, from small farmhouses to bustling city apartments, bone broth has been both comfort and medicine for those who know its secret. Imagine coming home on a chilly evening and filling your cup with a warm, rich broth that not only soothes your spirit, but also goes straight to work healing your joints from within. This is not simply an old wives' tale. The science is clear. Bone broth and pure gelatin offer your body collagen in its most absorbable, usable form. When bones are simmered for hours, sometimes even a full day, the process draws out collagen, gelatin, minerals, and amino acids that your body cannot get anywhere else. These elements are like the oil for a well-worn engine, smoothing the movement of your joints and quieting the creaks that come with age. For those who live with persistent swelling or that nagging stiffness after sitting too long, a daily ritual of bone broth can be life-changing. The comfort you feel is more than warmth. It is deep repair, reaching into the places that aches and inflammation have taken hold. Gelatin, too, deserves a place on your table. Often misunderstood as a dessert ingredient or forgotten in the back of the pantry, gelatin is simply cooked collagen. When added to teas, soups, or homemade gummies, it becomes an easy way to give your body a steady supply of the building blocks it needs. Clinical studies with seniors have shown that just a small serving of pure grass-fed gelatin each day can lead to noticeable improvements in joint mobility and swelling in as little as 6 weeks. For those who have lived with discomfort for years, these small changes often add up to a much larger transformation. Being able to walk farther, move easier, and feel less burdened by every step. Bone broth is not just about nutrients. It is about ritual. The act of preparing it invites you to slow down, to care for yourself, and to nourish your body in a way that fast food and packaged meals never could. Many who make broth a part of their weekly routine speak of more than just relief from pain. They talk about a renewed sense of comfort and stability. It is a practice that turns the kitchen into a place of healing, where every simmering pot is a quiet promise to support your body through the years. Even for those who do not have the time or desire to make their own, high-quality bone broth is now available in many stores. The important thing is consistency. Whether you sip it by the cup or use it as the base for your favorite soup, the daily act of giving your joints this nourishment is what makes the real difference. The benefits do not just show up in blood tests or medical scans. They appear in the easy laughter shared over dinner, in the simple joy of rising from a chair without a wince, in the long walks taken without fear of swelling by evening. If you have ever doubted that something as simple as a cup of broth could make a difference, you are not alone. But every journey toward healing begins with a single step, and sometimes the smallest steps are the ones that return the most freedom. Bone broth and gelatin are more than foods. They are the gifts you give your future self, the gentle support that allows you to keep moving forward with confidence, no matter your age or your history of pain. There comes a point in every journey with aging when you realize that real strength is not just about muscle or willpower. It is about the integrity of what holds you together. Deep inside your knees, hips, and ankles are tendons, flexible bands that connect your muscles to your bones and allow you to move with confidence. For many years, most people never give a thought to these silent supporters. Yet as time passes and collagen wanes, these tendons become more vulnerable to strain, swelling, and the slow loss of the effortless movement that once came so naturally. Beef tendons, though humble and sometimes overlooked in American cooking, are a concentrated source of the very collagen your aging body needs. In cultures where longevity and active senior years are celebrated, tendon soups and stews are a regular part of the diet. When cooked low and slow, these tendons become soft and gelatinous, releasing powerful peptides that help restore the strength and resilience of aging connective tissue. If you have never tried such dishes before, you might find the idea unfamiliar, maybe even a little intimidating. But consider the stories of those who make this food a regular part of their routine. People who once struggled with climbing stairs, who now find themselves walking more steadily, with less stiffness and more hope. Clinical research has shown that seniors who regularly consume beef tendon not only see improvements in knee flexibility and joint comfort, but they also experience a real thickening of the cushion around their joints. It is as if the body, when given the right building blocks, remembers how to heal and renew itself. Imagine standing up after a long rest and feeling your legs steady beneath you. Imagine going for a walk and realizing you are no longer calculating each step to avoid pain or swelling. This is the promise that comes from nurturing your tendons and giving your body what it has been asking for all along. The preparation of beef tendon is an act of patience, a gift you give to your future mobility. Simmering tendons in broth with gentle flavors like ginger and garlic not only creates a deeply nourishing meal, but also transforms the texture into something easy to eat and digest. For those who hesitate at first, combining small pieces with familiar vegetables or serving them in a comforting soup can ease the transition. Each serving is a quiet investment in your ability to move, to explore, to live life on your terms. This is not a call to turn your kitchen upside down or adopt a completely new way of eating overnight. Instead, it is an invitation to remember that every part of your body deserves care. Strength is not just the domain of youth or athletess, it is the birthright of every person willing to honor their body's needs. Tendons may be hidden from view, but their health determines so much of what you are able to do each day. Rediscovering their importance and nourishing them with real food can make all the difference in how you face the years ahead. So the next time you feel the slow ache or notice swelling where there used to be ease, think of what you can offer your body in return. Sometimes the greatest acts of healing are the ones that happen quietly, over time, with each thoughtful meal and each step taken with trust in your own strength. As you stand at this moment in your life, perhaps you feel the weight of all the years behind you, the triumphs, the hardships, and the small daily battles with swelling, pain, or stiffness. Yet what if the next chapter could be different? What if you did not have to accept discomfort as the price of growing older, but could instead choose to nourish your body in ways that support healing and restore the freedom that age sometimes steals away? This is not a fantasy or an empty promise. It is a possibility grounded in both science and the lived experience of countless older adults who have chosen to reclaim their health, one meal at a time. It begins with awareness. By now, you have learned how collagen-rich food seg yolks, pumpkin seeds, chicken skin, bone-in fish, beef tendons, and the golden ritual of bone broth cans support the joints, tendons, and tissues that make daily movement possible. You have seen how simple changes in your kitchen can quietly rebuild what time and stress have worn down. But beyond the nutrients, there is something even more powerful. The sense of agency and hope that comes when you realize you are not powerless against the challenges of aging. Each meal is a decision, each bite an act of self-respect. It is never too late to start, no matter your age or how long you have carried the burden of pain. Imagine a day when you wake up with less stiffness, when your legs feel lighter, and you can rise from a chair without a second thought. Picture yourself strolling through the neighborhood, joining friends for a walk, or playing with your grandchildren without that ever-present ache holding you back. These moments of ease and connection are not out of reach. They are the natural reward for caring for your body in the ways it needs most. Every story of transformation begins with a choice, and yours can start today, right where you are, with the foods and habits you bring into your home. Perhaps you have tried many things before. Perhaps you have felt let down by pills, potions, or quick fixes that did not deliver lasting results. Let this be the season when you turn toward what is real and time-tested: food as medicine, movement as celebration, rest as a vital gift. Allow yourself the patience to see slow changes unfold, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is progress worth celebrating. Talk with your loved ones, share meals together, and invite others to join you in this journey toward greater health and mobility. Most importantly, do not walk this path alone. There is strength in community, in learning from others who have faced similar challenges and found new ways to thrive. Seek out support, ask questions, and keep your curiosity alive. Your story matters, and your choices can inspire those around you to care for themselves as well. If you have found value in these insights, consider sharing your own experiences and what has worked for you. Subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, or pass this message along to a friend or family member who might need encouragement. Together, we can build a future where aging is not defined by limitation, but by resilience, connection, and the quiet joy of moving through life with comfort and confidence.